What's going on, guys? Agile General here again. Coming back at you with another Rome 2 Total War Siege battle. And today we have a 4v4. So let's get it popping here. I forgot to look at the names for this battle, so we'll have to just look at them on the end screen after the battle. But I am playing as Masacely. Jeez, I always get Massilia and Masacely screwed up, or otherwise known as Desert Rome. So you can see why. Look like Rome. But Masacely, that's me, and I have mostly of these desert cohorts here. And over here to my right-hand flank, we have a DLC faction, Gallic Rome. I'd say arguably one of the strongest factions in the entire game, including all DLCs. They are awesome. They are a cross between like Rome and the Arverni. So super strong faction. He's got mostly longsword cohort here. And if we come all the way over to the other side of the map here, we have a Roman player. And a lot of Evocati cohort here. And then on his flank, our last, but not least, ally here is Egypt. Bringing lots of Galatian swords, Thorax swordsmen, and 30 spears. So, our opponent's team here, we have the RDA. We have Kush. There is a Samnite player. Don't see any artillery for him, so also a DLC faction, and then a Pergamon player here. So we'll get this battle going here, and I wanted to pause it there because it goes pretty quick here. Because immediately we have a Sally out here coming from the RDA, and we have some of these mercenary Tarentine cavalry coming out, and Gallic Rome sees that here. Starts bringing up some guys to help fend them off. As they start taking shots from the scorpions on the siege towers here, they turn away, start riding this direction. I wanted to bring up my horses around this way. That way I was hoping to be able to trap them in there. And I start moving up these spears here too. But these are missile cav, and he's just intending on being annoying with them. See over here, he's got some slingers up on the walls, and here we actually get some nice charges in on him. Starts like running away, trying to pull through units here away from being attacked, which didn't set a great tone for this battle. Immediately he just kind of like bugged out and pulled through. It's like, all right, the first engagement, we're already doing that. But here you can see over here, he brought out a bunch of these Illyrian hoplites, which was awesome, by the way. RDA, one of my favorite factions, actually. I think they're very underrated in the Total War game here, Rome 2. So you can kind of see what his trap was here. Here he's got some Illyrian raiders. Kind of see what his trap was. He was trying to draw us in with his horse skirmishers, so his slingers could shoot our cav here, and these guys could come up and help support. However, we saw it, and even got some Illyrian raiders back here. So I dismounted 3 of my desert cohort here, and one thing that I will say on this map, the pathfinding back here in this entire area was really, really weird. I couldn't get my units to line up right. Even in the all chat here, the RDA player saying he couldn't get his units to line up right. It's super, super weird. And like, unless you were like on this little hill right here, the pathfinding was super, super strange. I don't know why, but that's just Rome 2 for you. So we can see Pergamon getting set up inside the walls here. And over on the other side, we have Rome pushing up his siege towers here. And Egypt that is just about to dock on the walls already. And we can get some good looks at these Samnites here. Native Italian hillmen. And then down here, some more native Italian hillmen. Let's see here. We'll come back to this side over here. And Kush just bringing up a bunch of slave infantry. So over on our side here, you can see Gallic Rome here, pushing up his towers, getting on the walls. And I am pretty much just setting up a defensive line over here, trying to prevent the RDA from really advancing on us at all. He couldn't really do much. He brought these missile cav, but every time they'd come up, I had my slingers ready just to fire back at him. His infantry was definitely going to lose to Desert Cohort here. So he was really just stuck outside the walls there. Again, Gallic Rome here, pounding up on the walls, taking just some, I think it's actually Gaelic warriors. I correctly pronounced it there, but Pergamon bringing up some Galatian swords. Not a bad choice. He's trying to hold them up on the walls so that his archers down here can get some good shots in. Over on the other side here, Rome is fully mounted on the walls now, getting completely mowed down by the Kushite Royal archers here. These are really good archers. Just being held back by slave infantry. This is always a good tactic too. A lot of times you see players give up the walls. Should not give up the walls. I mean, unless they have like tortoises or something. If they're bringing only siege towers, which I believe in this case Rome forgot any siege equipment at all, and it's just kind of borrowing some of the other factions here. If they're bringing just siege towers, it's fine to put guys up here on the walls. Do not give up your walls because you get this going on. You can get these nice shots and start mowing them down off the walls, and units die so fast. The archer fire on the walls. Nice V formation set up here by Kush. That's always a sign that they're a little bit more seasoned players when they set up a nice V here. And over here, Egypt, just pretty much raining down archer fire with his mercenary Cretans there onto these native Italian hillmen, which personally I would not have done. It's not worth it to waste your ammo on native Italian hillmen. I'm not sure if you should know what this faction was or how good they were, but the Samnites are a faction, a DLC faction that you see quite often in multiplayer battles, if the host allows it. So over on our side here, you can see the RDA player bringing his units back, and this is what I'm talking about. He was trying to make lines here just to kind of tuck them into the corner, and he could not get his units to stand next to each other. Really weird pathfinding. So he starts pushing up more, and here I didn't understand what he was doing. Personally, I never run my guys through the gatehouse when it's not like neutralized, at least. I mean, he lost almost half of his unit running through the gatehouse because of the oil, and at this point I was like, dude, what are you doing? Because, you know, he's just charging in all these guys, and just watch this oil come down here. Just take out a bunch of them. I mean, it's crazy. But he had an interesting strategy. Oh, this guy, I remember his name. This guy's name was Troll. It's Troll. And the entire game, he definitely lived up to his name. So here, you can see that he's now like neutralized this gatehouse, and for some reason, it's working. I don't think I've ever seen this work before. It's working now. He neutralized the gatehouse, the oil stopped spilling, and he's slowly pushing through Pergamon here. Is it a great strategy? No, I would never advise it, but I don't know. Somehow he's making it work. Probably because he is Gaelic Rome here. They are a powerhouse faction for sure. So I got kind of sick of waiting around just playing cat and mouse with RDA, so I start moving up my guys too here, pushing out my siege towers, and my artillery was freaking out here. Literally, I couldn't even get my artillery to shoot correctly because every time I gave the order to attack, they would just sit here and kind of do this weird spinning thing. So I don't know what was happening with the pathfinding. Over on the other side here, Rome down on the ground now, but honestly, Rome against Kush, never a good situation. Kush eats Rome. Kush is the hard counter to Rome. So up here on this flank, we can see again Egypt shooting these Samnite silver infantrymen on the walls. Not terrible idea, but these guys are crazy too, by the way. Samnite silver infantry or silver infantrymen. Really good stats here. If I can pull up the put onto a stationary one. See here. We go 60 melee attack, 45 weapon damage, 20 charge, bonus 65 melee defense, and 70 armor. Plus, they have this killing spree ability here, which is really, really awesome too for them. Gives them a big boost to their attack damage. So you can see Rome trying to bully his way through Kush down here. But really, I think Rome is... You're not doing terrible. If I was Rome, you know, I'd try to focus a little bit more on throwing my Pelum down. Like, sit your guys up here along the wall. I don't know if I can draw. Can't draw on the wall, but sit your guys up on the wall and throw down Pelum on the back of these guys. Get rid of them. Over on our side over here, you can see Pergamon pulling back here. And Kush even has some Shotel warriors over here, which would be good against Masacely, my faction here, but not so great against Gaelic Rome. So really, Gaelic Rome winning this fight here. I am just getting on the walls right now and moving my men in. You can see the RDA wanted nothing to do with me at this point anymore. Really, it was a great idea, a great sally out idea here. It was just poorly executed, and it just didn't really amount to anything, and that whole sally out was just kind of a waste of time and effort. Down here, you can see the general for the RDA retreating backwards now. I have some artillery coming in. I can't remember exactly where I was shooting it at, but I did break this wall out with my artillery, just in case Gaelic Rome couldn't push through. But he is fully inside of the city now. And over here, Rome still being held up, and this is terrible. This is just terrible for Rome. Never do you want to be in this situation as Rome against Kush. Again, throw those Pelum down on the backs of these guys and just absolutely melt them. Painful to watch. Over here, Egypt still using his mercenary Cretan archers to try to take the walls. I don't think... yeah. Egypt was a little bit outmatched, again, by a DLC faction. That's where they were really struggling the most, I think, with it. So Gaelic Rome really doing a great job pushing in and taking the city here. I start moving my guys down, and we start to set up a defensive line across here, just so that we're inside of the city. Like I said, RDA wants nothing to do with me over here anymore, so I'm just full sending it into the city here, and I'm trying to get my artillery up so that we can, hopefully start making a hole for our men to move through here. So Rome trying to flank around this way, not a bad idea. Again, I still think he would have gotten more use out of his infantry here by sitting him up on the walls here and shooting Pelum down at him. But that's just me personally, because you can see over here, massacre. Take a look at these kills here. Get off of that paintbrush. 137 on them, 121 on them, 37 on their archers. These guys haven't been in combat. 38 there. 104 on those, 67, 193 on those archers. Turn to Rome down here with not even a single unit over 100 yet. So Egypt over here, really trying hard to push off the walls, but again, they're just stuck up there. Kind of the issue without having tortoises. It's hard to get off the walls when your opponent does this. So if you are a defender, you have good missile units that aren't just peltas, consider putting your guys up on the walls if the enemy doesn't have any tortoises and just shooting them down. Great strategy. So out here you can see Kush tried to bring out some Royal Kushite guard here, and Rome saw it and brought his Equites over. Not a great fight for the Equites. So here on my side, still just getting everything set up. Gaelic Rome just getting set up over here. They're trading missiles right now. Pergamon and Gaelic Rome are over here. Not sure how new the RDA player was, but I put my men into Testudo over here. attacking testudo actually, just to stop a lot of those Pelum and a lot of those you know, slingers from killing my men. And Masacely is an awesome faction too, by the way. I'm not a huge fan of Rome. Never have been. So it's kind of nice to be able to have, you know, powerful units like Rome and not be Rome. So I don't play Masacely too much, but they're definitely a very fun faction and a very different faction, mixing in Italian units with desert units. Here I just bring in my Cav, armored desert Cav, and my armored Numidian riders. My artillery, I told to go through this hole or through the gate. I didn't care which one, like 40 times, and it just sat here and couldn't figure its life out. So there is that. See here, Rome got countered by some Kushite pikes, and yeah, that's going to be pretty much the end of his attempt at a flank there. See some of this combat here. Oof. Yeah. Ooh, that guy just got murdered right there. Alright. So, you can see over here now, Egypt making some headway on the walls. Still getting massacred by the archers, though. If we zoom over here, Rome pretty much defeated at this point. Rome doesn't have a lot left. I mean, they're inside the city, but yeah, that's about it, really, for Rome. On our side, the battle is still popping. We're now charging in. Gaelic Rome charging in. I had some of my slingers back here, tribal slingers, just for some support with missile fire. I have charged in my desert vigiles and some desert cohort. And you can see I just got this unit set up back here behind, just throwing in their Pelum. And this entire match, something that I want to make a point here, if you can finagle your units to face a certain direction, this is what I was trying to do the entire battle. Like make them attack me or attack them so that their unit would turn, so you can get those nice Pelum shots right in the back. Over here, I was trying to get a unit of desert cohort to rush over to this gate and to cap it before all of RDA's ambush force out here could make it back, so they were just stuck outside the walls. Pergamon full retreat here. Here, I did want to make a mention of this, though. We'll put it in slow-mo for a sec. Gaelic Rome, who again is played by Troll, starts to pull through. I think he was doing that because of RDA's decision in the very beginning with the Sally Out army. But it forced, I can't remember who, one or two of the people quit just from this alone. So if you're playing, please do not pull through. It pretty much just ruins the entire battle. I mean, yeah, you're gonna do great, you're gonna win, woohoo, but you don't win anything from winning at Rome 2 in a battle. It ruins the experience for everyone else, it makes people not want to play, and it leaves your name in bad standing, honestly. So again, if you're playing, do not pull through enemy units here. It really made a whole bad taste in the entire match. So please do not pull through. Again, Troll, if you're watching this, don't pull through. That's my spiel on that. Go back into normal speed here. I am slowly pushing my way through RDA over here. On this side, Rome is beating Kush, but Sam Knight's bringing in a bunch of silver infantrymen, who again are awesome in combat. And look awesome, by the way. Look at those plumes. Got some sweet looking plumes. Personally, I don't care if people play as DLC factions. It doesn't matter to me. I don't really think that unit stats matter that much. It's mostly about tactics, which is one of the reasons why I like Rome 2 think more so than, like, you know, the Warhammer franchise. I do like Warhammer. I am pretty nerdy with that stuff, but it's more fun to have to outsmart your enemy than just be able to call in a spell that can just come in, for instance, over here and just cut through all these guys, or, you know, cut all these guys off the wall here and just completely kill all of them. And you're like, well, okay, I guess I'm out of this fight now. So here, Rome doing a great job with his archers up there on the wall. Awesome job shooting down this general unit of Royal Kushite archers. Even artillery coming in. Great job breaking that general unit there. Wonderful job by Rome. And Egypt really moving up his units. He realized he couldn't get through the Samnites over here. And really just on our side, a full retreat over here from our opponents. I've got my cav inside now, moving them along here. And just seeing if I can get any good opportunities. Good move by the Gaelic Rome player here to troll to bring up his Balearic Slingers up on this little tower deal here. You just got to be careful with these because they do crumble very fast. You can see over here my one poor unit just got mowed down by slave slingers. So he's not going to make it over to that gate to cap it, but it was a nice try. So all those Pelum coming in, that's what I'm talking about. Pelum, and Essentially has these awesome heavy Numidian skirmishers. You can see here 41 missile damage, and they have pretty okay stats for a skirmisher unit too, at 30 melee attack and 35 weapon damage, and 43 melee defense, so not bad. You can see Masacely does have the encourage ability over here. It's super nice. And they like just sit back here and they're like, yeah, attack. Well, that's nice. They also let out like this weird like thing when they're sitting back here. Kind of hear it. It's just funny. I'll bring back up our screen here. So I got my cav moving around. I did rear charge them. The units that were sitting here and broke them. I just wanted to scout out this area over here to see where RDA took all of his people. Minimize this again. And Gaelic Rome just really pushing hard here. Pretty much a full retreat now from our opponents. Again, Rome probably our weakest faction right now. They did fight Kush. And I'd say that my army is probably the healthiest yet. I haven't been in too much combat intentionally. I was holding back. You can see RDA probably the most healthy on the enemy team here, as they set up to defend this little pass right here. Look at the statue up here. Very nice. Very elegant. So you can see just how many desert cohort I have left here. A lot. I'm bringing up my siege equipment, which made it into the city, by the way. So, good for them. But you can see Gaelic Rome taking on Kush over here. Not sure why Kush just full sent 3 units into one there. Could have spread them out and really helped be able to set that cav up around the back. And it could have been one of the players that left too by this point. But again, if you don't know, I play with a lot of random people, so they quit a lot. It sucks, but it's just something you have to live with in the Total War series. I also don't know why Pergamon put their artillery way over here, facing the ocean. It's a nice view. I mean, imagine being these guys and just being like, yeah, okay, I guess we don't have to die today. We can just look out at the ocean. Cool. So I knew that RDA was hiding over here, or not intentionally hiding, but I couldn't see his units, so I was just bringing up infantry to set up the lines here. You can see Sacely bringing in all of the cohort. Just awesome. Oh, there's one bloody guy right here. Look at all those guys cheering as they run forward. So the RDA comes back into sight. Gaelic Rome Can't remember. I think he stopped pulling through at this point. Again, I do not like pulling through. But Egypt pushing hard over here. I'm bringing up my cav around this way. Just, you know, trying to get some nice opportunities in here. Kush with their pikes right there. And you can see Egypt not waiting, just charging right into the Samnite Silver Infantryman here. I think he has a bone to pick with them. So, yeah, we're really starting to get him nice and closed in here inside of this big circle. Rome bringing up what little he has left. And again, over here, Samnite Silver Infantryman still on the walls fighting against Egypt here. You can see RDA even got some infantry over here, but this is what I was talking about here. Awesome when they're marching up like that. I love that. But you can see I just formed a line right here. And so the one reason that I really like RDA is these noble hoplites right here. 115 armor. I mean, they're a hoplite unit. They're not going to get the most kills. They're not going to, you know, really make or break any offensive fight, but they're gonna hold forever. I mean forever. I'm here. I'm not actually pulling through. If you can see, there's a gap right here. So always watch out for gaps. Pull your guys through. Not like pull them through the enemy infantry, but pull them through the gap. If there's a gap, that's fair game. So I really just wanted to keep his reinforcements from being able to push up. You can see he's bringing up more and more here. Over on this side, we have RDA set up here. Gaelic Rome, just cleaning up what's left of the Kush units down here, and Pergamon. Rome really trying to get a nice angle on these Samnite Silver Infantrymen. Again, good job to the Roman player here for really using his archers well. I mean, some of them are hitting this wall, but the majority of them are going into these Samnite Silver Infantrymen. So, over here, you can see my cav got a little bit caught up. That was a pathfinding issue. I told him to come over here and just set up for a second so I could get some nice rear charges like I did with this unit into the backs of these pikes from Pergamon, but they got kind of caught in the pikes. So, RDA doing a good job with his slave slingers here too, shooting into the backs of my cav. And Rome and Gaelic Rome up here. Even Praetorian in this fight against the Samnite player. I'm bringing up my artillery, getting nervous because there's a random Illyrian Raider unit pushing up this way. Here, I'm just bringing more units to this little gap. So in order to do this, form your men into a little column, really thin, and then just pretty much tell them to move forward, and they'll just charge right through that little gap there, and you can get some nice flanks in. And it's not cheap, at least in my opinion. They left a hole there. That's fair game. I do not agree with pulling your units through. I won't explain how to do that. But don't be afraid to, bring your guys right through a mistake that the enemy player made there, and leaving a little breach. So at this point, my artillery still had about half of its ammo left. I did not want to lose it. So I'm going to dismount these guys here in a second, and I'm going to run them up to the safety of Gaelic Rome. Egypt really trying to just bully his way in through Samnites and the RDA here. So I still have most of my cav left too, and at this point I try to go through here and come around because I didn't want to go all the way around this way. But the RDA and the Samnite player are going to see it and bring their infantry up. So I do end up having to go around. Over here, I do have my slingers shooting down at the noble hoplites. And this is another thing that I was talking about here, about getting their sides or their backs turned. So because their sides are turned here, provides a great missile opportunity for me here. See that? Awesome. Always try to do that. Try to get their backs turned. Something that some people don't know either is, so if you look at every unit, their shield is on their left-hand side, which means that if you shoot them on the right-hand side, the missiles tend to go through much better, and they don't really get that shield bonus. Keep that in mind, too. So I'm still shooting these mercenary axe warriors down here. They're not the most expensive unit, but they're not terrible either. They're really not. Again, RDA, in my opinion, I've heard people say they're like one of the worst factions in the game. I completely disagree with that. They have fairly good armor-piercing units here. They have, you know, these Illyrian noble hoplites with some of the highest armor in the game. And they also have those, let's see if they're still alive, these Illyrian raiders over here. You know, they're not terrible either. And then they also have, I forget exactly what their name is, but they're some kind of marine. Illyrian Marines, maybe? They have nice Java units. So I love to play RDA, especially when I'm defending. So over here, I'm just bringing what's left of my cav around. And I know they're getting shot by the towers, but I really wanted to get around to the backside of the RDA player over here. And he's got his men set up in a nice half box here. Again, leaving some gaps, but it's going to be pretty hard for me to maneuver my guys through some of these weird angled gaps. And I'm really just taking my time. Over here, you can see I'm coming back to pick up my... I did lose some men from the RDA player, but I'm coming over here to pick up my heavy onager again, or onager, however you say it. And the Gaelic Rome player just helping me defend my artillery there. So I was in no rush to get around here at all. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get around there quickly because of these hoplite units here. So back on this side, Egypt's still stuck here in this choke point. Throwing away some of his archers that I assume are out of ammo up here. So, and Gaelic Rome and Rome defeating Samnite player up here on this little hill. Getting a nice advantage with their archers to be able to shoot down on the incoming attack here.
I love the smell of blood in the morning.
And you can see that the Samnite player did end up winning the wall fight eventually. Take a look at these kills. 562. Take a look at those kills. 355. This is crazy. 562 kills for these infantry. Still 85 guys left. I'd be breathing heavy too if I killed that many people. So I did get my cav around here, and I was just kind of harassing him. He was kind of using his one general unit here to keep me pushed back, but I just wanted to kind of mess with his head a little bit there. Again, I let him kind of bring his units in and attack mine from that direction, opening up a nice right-hand side flank shot for my slingers back here, which, by the way, are just tribal slingers. I'm starting to get to a point in Rome 2 where I'm almost preferring to bring slingers over archers. They're just so good. If you use them in the right application, they're just awesome. So here I opened up a nice hole. I'm just going to circle around to the back. And you can see RDA is retreating here. He is bringing up some other hoplite units just to kind of fend off my cav, which is just kind of sitting back here waiting. Armored Numidian Rider is actually a pretty good cav unit here. You can look at their stats. Not terrible. So, back on this flank, you can see now the Samnite player and Rome exchanging missile fire. Native Italian slingers down here. Egypt still in his big blob down here, just about through. I want to see their kills too. 166, not terrible. But finally, they're breaking here, just as another unit comes in to hold them in place. Gaelic Rome moving up now.
Advance at speed!
And we just finished off the last of the Illyrian Raiders back here. I have officially pushed through RDA on this flank. You can see the majority of the units playing. I mean, I got some down here, but a lot of them are actually hoplite units from the RDA, which is all because of that nice flanking fire.
Advance at speed! Quick march!
In my opinion, there isn't really any factions that are just absolutely unusable in this game. Play with them, figure out what their strengths and their weaknesses are, and then exploit them. Rome finishing up the RDA Tarantine Cav, which is still alive over here. So here I brought up my artillery, which I'm just setting it up here. Again, the pathfinding, the entire match, I was trying to shoot my artillery and it just wasn't working. When you try to shoot it, they'd start moving around again, they'd start wiggling around. So pretty much every shot that I make here comes from, you can see some that I've already killed, comes from me just shooting it manually. So Rome doing a nice job, I guess, and Gaelic Rome up here. Taking out these native Italian slingers here. Not bad. RDA setting up for basically his impending doom over here. I still have a lot left. And I played it very safe this match, and I didn't really intend on doing it. It's just how it worked out, because Gaelic Rome, well, whether you consider it cheating or not, pretty much cheated. He was able to push through a lot of enemy units quickly here. So I didn't really have to fight a whole lot. And I was really just trying to, you know, outsmart the RDA player here. Again, he did a great job. Nice try with the sally out there. It's nice to see people trying stuff. Over here we can see Egypt just about pushed through. This guy's wearing a red cape. Superman. That's even the general unit of the Samnites sitting here waiting. And I'm bringing my cav back around this way, thinking I could go through here, but again, RDA player really doing great at countering my moves. Here again, I was trying to get his units to spin around and, you know, give me his side. The disadvantage to charging in call-in formation is you don't get all of your men in your formation to be attacking. So it's kind of a trade-off, but still had some Pelum left on some of my units here. So we'll bring those guys up. Gaelic Rome and a couple of my infantry here. My African heavy onager crew up here fighting because they ran out of ammo. But again, not terrible. Here's a little hole. If there'd be some infantry left that you could go around. Just keep your eyes open for it. Even on this side, it's possible. The pathfinding allows it. Don't be afraid to charge through gaps like that. I mean, you can get right around and break this entire line here just by coming around one of these holes, hitting him in the back. Gaelic Rome doing a nice job of slinging down on top of the enemy line here. And RDA just really trying to screen out my cav and keep them away here. So over here, my turning method was not working the greatest. So what I wanted to do is have these guys come up and throw their Pelum into the side here. Would have been beautiful. However, they chose to throw their Pelum into the front unit here, which is not beautiful. Still have quite a few skirmisher units left, though. And even like some of the formations in this game were not working right. Like some of the earlier testudos were not functioning correctly, and not sure what was going on with it. It's just Rome 2, it's glitchy. Great game, love it. But again, glitchy. So RDA doing a good job bringing up some Illyrian Raiders back here, but met by Galatian Royal Guard, which will win in that fight. Compare the stats here. 38 melee attack, 26 weapon damage, and 60 armor with 43 melee defense, and Galatian Royal Guard, 53 melee attack, 45 weapon damage, 71 melee defense, and 75 armor. So over here, some of my calves starting to rout, actually. Great job again to the RDA player using his slingers here to keep my cav at a distance. And what he kept doing is running his general unit up. So I was like, alright, fine. I'll just keep these guys here and bring my general around this way, so you can't do that. But then he was smart and he just kind of sat right here. So Egypt finally about to break through the Samnites over here. And we have just broken through on this flank over here. And the victory point is right here, by the way, in case you can't see it. That's the victory point right here. Not sure why it doesn't maybe doesn't even really show it in the tactical view in replays. It'd be nice if it showed the victory point in the replays a little bit better. You can see it if you hover over it. Yeah. So really just a mass rout happening now. RDA couldn't hold against the hordes of Desert Cohort coming in. And I still have some cav left. These guys over here again. Well, I guess we lost. We should probably just go home now. Really, these guys are the ultimate winners over here. They didn't have to fight. They didn't have to shoot. Just got to watch the battle. Go home to their nice little hovel right here. So I'm just bringing in my horde right now. The battle is very much in our favor now. And over here, I knew I was going to lose this fight, but I just wanted to have some fun. The RDA player was a great sport in this battle. And I just wanted to... actually, I didn't even get my charge off there. Goodness. I really just wanted to just mess around here. I had so many units, it was clear that at this point that we were going to win. Not always. It can turn in an instant. But at this point, it's looking like it's pretty much going to be our victory. And I'm just bringing in some units to charge the back here of these RDA general unit. So, super fun, super awesome match. I didn't expect it to go as far as it did. Usually, if one person leaves, see this guy can we could almost peel him and these poor people. Usually, if somebody leaves, the match usually ends pretty quickly. But it was still a pretty good fight from good sports on the other team, despite our troll Gaelic Rome here doing what he does, trolling. So again, overall, great fight. We had a couple DLC factions in here, and it's really up to your host of the match if they want to allow that. I don't really care if they're in there or not. I think it comes down to more tactics anyways. But you can get some really overpowered units from the DLC factions. So back here, the RDA General killing off my cav and really discharging in my horde here. Super fun match, though. Still had a great time against the RDA player here because he did some nice counter moves to me, and I really wanted to show off the tactic of turning your units just to just to get them to kind of wrap around the sides, so you can get some nice skirmisher shots on the sides of them. Even a faction like Iceni that's seen as one of the weaker factions can do awesome with all the amount of projectiles that they can shoot and throw at you, just by getting enemy units to turn to the side and really being aware of that. Go ahead and speed it up here right at the end. Give us some massive frame droppage there. So there it is. The costly victory. We'll go into the end screen here. So here we go. We just had a Pyrrhic victory. So again, looking at my team here, this was Troll as Gaelic Rome. He lived up to his name, 100% a Troll. Got some great kills, but I don't really want to focus on people who pull through too much. My faction not doing terrible here. You know, 215 kills, the most out of any of my units, I think. Not terrible, not great. Again, I wasn't in the combat too much in this match. Just really wanted to take it nice and easy. Bojangles here playing as Egypt. Actually a regular. I've seen Bojangles quite a few times in Total War games. But not doing terrible. Doing great with his archers here. Look at those kills. Great value for those. And then Hellcat down here is Rome. Actually doing better than I thought he did with his Avocati here. He had some nice legionary cohorts in there too. Avocati are a nasty unit, by the way. Another enemy team here. Dudes Kissin is playing as the Sam Knights here. And of course, you know, where's that? 629 kills is the final number for that infantry unit down here. 629 kills. Crazy. And down here, General Danny playing as Pergamon. I believe he was the first one to quit. No, Kenobi was, then General Danny did. It's not terrible. Again, please don't quit early. I know it sucks when the enemy team is kind of cheating, but please do not quit early. And Braveheart Slav here, playing as Yardier. Doing pretty good. Again, Hoplites not expected to get a lot of kills, but not doing terrible. Mercenary Axe Warriors, 197 kills. They're not terrible. Slingers doing pretty good. Slave Slingers. And then Kenobi here was the first person to leave, which he didn't really leave until the match was over with, or until he was pretty much gone as a faction anyway, so whatever. But again, these armored Chotel Warriors doing good, and Royal Crusade Archers not doing terrible. So yeah, so that was the match there. Again, really fun match. I love siege battles. I've been trying to get some more land battles in as well, but siege battles far more popular in multiplayer, so we've been just playing what we can get here. So if you guys like the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, let me know that if you guys want to see more Rome 2 sieges in the future. Definitely love playing them, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.